Hi everyone, welcome to Little Wicket Railway. I'm Rob and I've got another repair video for you. This time of a Hornby rebuilt West Country class, and all I'd been told was that it didn't run well. And as you'll see, it's actually a very similar problem to one I've encountered before with a Hornby Tornado, which makes me think that this issue might be quite common. A few models produced around the same era share the mechanism design, and it simply isn't robust enough. Also, as you'll see, trying to get spare parts is very difficult, which might be because they're in high demand. Anyway, before we get stuck into the repair, please do subscribe to the channel. It really helps it to grow, and if you find the video useful, then give it a like. Enjoy the repair.
So this is a Hornby rebuilt West Country class 34003 Plymouth, Hornby reference R2584, and it apparently does not run very well. So let's find out what that means. Let's get it. There we go. It's got all the bits. Okay. Let's pop her on the old track. It's lovely, lovely weathering from the factory. Fairly unusual for Hornby. If we turn it up. Oh, there's a... Okay, so I have experienced something like this before with a Hornby Tornado. And you can see those should not be moving, so the gears are not meshing with the motor. So it could be that the motor's come out of the mount, or what happened with Tornado was that one of the gears had cracked and therefore was not engaging with the worm drive. So let's take it apart and see what we're dealing with. Again, get the cradle out. I think this one is a case of remove the leading wheels. Remove them. And then we can take this screw out. It's actually a very similar design to Tornado, I think. And in theory we can lift this up and it should slide forward. Come on. Come on. There we go. It's a heavy body shell. There's a big lump of metal in that front bit. I think we've lost a bit of tape in there as well. Right. Take this off. And then we need to undo this, the motor retaining clip. That comes off. We can lift the motor out. It's black tacked on there. Gives us access to these. Aha! There. You can see we've got a crack. That gear seems fine. This one is broken. And it's very hard to glue these back together and have them stay in place. So what we'll need to do is find a replacement. And I think that's what will be causing our problems, because otherwise everything looks alright. The wheels are spinning well, and as I'm moving them, I can see that the gear inside is moving. If I do that. That's turning nice and freely. So yeah, I think we can safely say it's this cracked gear that is the problem. Let's go online and see whether we can find a replacement. R25A4, not in alphabetical, not in numerical order for some reason. Here we go, and the gear set is number 5, gear set. 2584 is part X8849, and we have no matches. Right, let's just search on Google then. Got one here from New Modelers. On order. Peter's Spares. Out of stock. What's it say here? So it also goes for the A1 and A3, which is a Tornado. So I might have a spare in my spares box. Here are my gears, and it's obviously not those, they're too small. That is not the right one. Those are too large. These two look promising. What are we looking for? This is the one we're looking for. It's not that one. It could be this one. And this is the one that's got a crack in it. This is the one I took out of Tornado. So the small gear cracked, but not the large gear. And I wonder if these two are connected or whether I can mix and match. Let's see if I can get the big gear. Let's see if we can get the small gear off. Yes, here we go. Right, that's trash. If I can get the small gear off here, we're in business. Easy-ish. Oh, no, the big gear wants to come off. Let's see if we can make one good gear out of these two.
Hello, narrator Rob here. I should have explained when I was doing this, but I was concentrating and I find it hard to talk when I'm focused on something. But the cracked gears had come off the axles really easily, but now I needed to combine the two good gears into a single gear set. However, the gears without cracks did not want to come off their axles. They're only a friction fit, but it's pretty tight. So I made use of my pinion puller, which allows me to push the axle out from the centre of the gear without damaging the gear. It's not a piece of kit that I get to use very often, so it was quite satisfying to call it into action.
Right, hey. That. Just need to push that onto there. Can we pinion me the other way?
And it's easy to see how these gears end up getting broken. They're only made of plastic, they're a really tight fit, and they need to be that way so that they don't spin on the axle. But that must put quite a bit of strain on the gear, and eventually they just fail.
Right, that looks about right to me. Which way round did it go back in? Got a gear. I think that goes in like that. Yes. Right. Oh, I shouldn't keep these because they're broken, but I'm going to keep them anyway because I'm a hoarder. Let's pop the motor back in. Is it like that? Yep. whilst we've got that off, let's lube it up. Right, let's give that a go. How about that? Yeah. Right, how we route these wires I think is quite important, because otherwise the body's not going to fit on very well. I think it's quite a tight fit. I can't believe how lucky we've got there with the gears. That is extremely lucky. So we've got these two lugs at the back that need to go into the holes. Sort of has to. Oh, it's a horrible fit. Come on, in you go. Still not coming. We're in. There we go. Pop that on there. Let's give it a test.
I've taken it down to the test layout just to check everything runs smoothly, and I'm very happy with how it's turned out. I was so lucky to have the gear I needed in the spare parts pot. Without that gear, we wouldn't have been able to fix the loco, and I couldn't see anywhere to buy one online. I don't repair a huge number of locos, but I've seen this issue twice now where Hornby's plastic gears have cracked, which makes me think this might be quite a common problem. Maybe it was a bad batch of plastic or a design flaw on this particular set of gears. Let me know in the comments if you've experienced this issue with any of your locos. I wonder how much extra it would have cost them to have metal gears and eliminate this issue completely. Anyway, it's all fixed now, and as you can see, it runs really well. If you found this video interesting, then please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Special thanks to all the YouTube members and patrons for your support, it's very much appreciated. That's it for this video, thanks for watching, and I'll hopefully see you again soon.